So I realized as my Osmo Pocket died right as I was unboxing this thing, oh no, I'll need a way to make a vlog now. Well, I need to test out these cameras anyway, so this is the first test of the front-facing camera, which you can see there's no digital image stabilization by default, but from what I can see looking at the screen, it's really good looking for a basic vlogging camera for like Instagram and stuff like that. So yeah, we will continue testing it. Look how wide that is, it's great.
Your favorite Disney ones.
Nice. This is just kind of walking at a normal pace, not trying too hard to stabilize the video. Comparing to with it off, this is how much shake is in it, which is quite a bit compared to with it on. Okay.
Trigger in the dinosaur roar book.
Yes. No.
Oh, this one's like all rubbery. Got rubber tires.
I got to play with the phone a little bit more last night, and so far I'm loving it. And I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth today. You know, I'm a videographer and I like video, so that's one big reason to get a fancy new phone is because of fancy new video. So we'll talk about what I like and don't like, including this background blur thing that you may have not even noticed is here.
Well, we just got up to Estes Park, which is this many thousand feet. I don't remember. Some beautiful scenery and shops here, so I figured it'd be the perfect opportunity to get a wide variety of test shots with the Note 10 Plus.
And nice cool weather.
Oh yeah, and the weather is cooler up here too.
John, where's my mother f***ing lasagna?
Oh, geez. Yeah, I shaved for some reason. The Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So let me take the little case off of it that I got. So it's a really pretty phone. I'm going to give it that. The way that the screen curves, giving it that Infinity O display. I have the Note 10 Plus, and my wife got the Note 10 regular. It's kind of weird this time around of them going with two different variants is they opted out of the 1440p screen with the standard edition, which I thought is kind of dumb because, I mean, it's already smaller. I don't know. It's kind of a weird corner to cut, but looking at my wife's side to side with this one, the sharpness isn't really something you can notice. And I mean, it still has the same great OLED display as far as like the brightness and the HDR10 and all that jazz. On the back, of course, you see the 3 camera setup from all of that video footage that I was testing before, as well as a depth sensor that I have yet to even test. It apparently has some sort of photogrammetry option where you can scan something into 3D and turn it into a 3D asset for like 3D printing or using it in a game, which is really interesting. The user interface, I haven't had a Note since I think the Note 4 or 5, and the version of One UI that's on the Note comes with a really cool feature which I'm going to activate now for the rest of this demo, which is a built-in screen recorder. Let's see it counting down. Boop. Now it's recording. Easy for future Michael to sync up, and here you go. Here's the screen inlaid with my screen. Here's the One UI. You know, a fairly simple kind of fade animation when you swipe up. When you open something up, you get these drawers. So I mean you can see right here just the speed of this interface is really fast. This thing has a some sort of boosted variant of the Snapdragon 855, which is significantly faster than the Xenoxocazesos, whatever their proprietary processor is in the Asian countries and wherever else that one is in the market. And I mean, I've installed a few games you can see here of just testing this thing's gaming performance, and I won't go too much into like showing the gameplay of the games because I don't know how well this recorder will capture it. It captured Minecraft okay, but I haven't tested it in other games. The games run fantastic. Obviously anything can run at max settings on this phone. It is a massive flagship phone, and that's to be expected. And I will probably be putting some gaming content, especially related to Call of Duty Mobile when that comes out, on my gaming channel, Induction Games. So if you're interested in seeing some mobile gaming stuff start to come out, check out that channel, subscribe. We need you. Another interesting little thing with the interface is if you swipe up from the bottom here, it goes straight into Samsung Pay, which is really cool. Even from the lock screen, as soon as you unlock it, of course the recording saved as I locked it, but without even unlocking the phone, you just tap the power button and you can swipe up from the bottom as well, and it'll bring back your default card for Samsung Pay. You know, enter your fingerprint. Now NFC is automatically turned on for wireless paying, and that's really cool. I've already paid, I think, 2 times with this, and it's amazing how easy, you know, wireless paying is with your phone. You don't even have to take your wallet out. It's just one of those things that makes your life slightly easier, but isn't really necessary. I mean, when you're getting a phone of this caliber, it's one of the many little nuances you get with it. And we're gonna restart recording here. Oop. So, I mean, the One UI, what I love is out of the box, it has support for this dark mode. They call it night mode. Ever since it became a feature, I love night mode. I hate how bright like white interfaces are. I use a night mode or a dark mode wherever I can. There's a few places in the interface it's just weird. Like, I don't like how the folders are always full size. Like for here, an app I use a lot, my Vivint security app. It's right here, the button is right here where my thumb is, but then I press it and it opens up and I have to reach my thumb all the way up here to open the Vivint app. So with that one gripe about One UI, and plus not really being a big fan of Bixby, I decided to just install Nova Launcher, and I've been using that for the past 2 days, and I might still end up keeping with that, mainly because of the customization it gives you. For one, the default folders
only grow to the size of the amount of apps they have. Like gaming is the only one that's a huge folder. Everything else, like here, look, Vivint, it's still a thumb's reach away because of the folder scaled to how many apps were in it. Samsung, if you catch this, allow for more kind of like folder customization with One UI. Other than that, I think it's definitely the best non-stock Android launcher I've seen baked into a phone. I wasn't crazy about the LG launcher. Obviously, my favorite has been like the Google Pixel launcher. That was really great. The version I got has 512 gigs of storage and 12 gigs of RAM rather than the 8, which is crazy overkill. And naturally, you're going to have the ability to do cool things like actually have windowed apps. So I can run my gallery, I can run YouTube in a window and have these actually like ridiculous like a multitasking level that you'd never actually need. But like running windowed apps in Android, that's crazy. Of course, also something that's returned from other versions of the Note is you can create app groups, so you can run a web browser and YouTube at the same time, or like Google Docs and email at the same time. Obviously, it's going to come with an S Pen. That's a staple in the Note series. And there's like a gyroscope and weird sensors in here that allow you to like flip through your camera and control it remotely. I mean, it's kind of gimmicky, but it's also kind of cool. I haven't used it yet, but I'm sure if I ever had the chance to utilize it, I'll be like, okay, I can see the value in that. I don't know if it's worth the price jump from like an S10 to a Note 10, but the combination of having this super accurate stylus, the extra RAM and storage, the extra big screen, the extra cameras as a videographer and photographer, and just everything I do for like the 3 different jobs I have of videography, healthcare IT, and just kind of YouTubing in my free time. Having something that is a workhorse like this is great. And there are some new native integrations with Windows 10 that's really exciting. The Windows Phone Companion. With regular Android phones, you already have basic text synchronization, which is cool. You can keep your phone in your pocket, or as long as it's within the same network of your computer, have access to kind of like a native SMS texting through your computer, which was a step towards what Apple has been doing for years with iOS and OS X. But now with the Note 10 as the first doing this, Samsung and Microsoft has partnered to have native notifications, which I realized I set some of this stuff up on. There we go. And then something else that's really crazy that might break because I'm also recording the screen of my phone. I'll probably stop recording now. Now I'm not recording the screen with the built-in screen recorder anymore. Now it's actually the My Phone Companion displaying the screen natively within the Windows Phone Companion app. I think it's a step toward the federalization of Android and Windows, but I think that Samsung and Microsoft specifically are going to be the ones that you want to turn to if you want the kind of integration that you get with Apple. So all in all, the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. The 5G version is even more expensive. If you live in a city that has 5G coverage and you want to spend the extra money to have your phone heat up even more, sure, go ahead. If you're running a Samsung device that's like a year old, don't bother upgrading. I don't think there's enough upgrades in this from year-old devices to be worth it. Because mine was 2 years old, there were some limitations to the version of Android I was running and the features compared to kind of the Samsung flagships. Unfortunately, LG just doesn't get the love that Samsung does with these fancy features. And I kind of miss the stylus, the S Pen, to be honest. When I am like needing to like get into a remote desktop or work on a Google document and I don't have a computer handy, I loved using the Note for that, and I'm going to love using this Note. Feel free to ask any questions about the Note 10 and 10 Plus in the comment section. I will be sure to answer as many as I can over the next few months as it's kind of a fresh device. I know there's lots of sources out there for unboxing and reviews and stuff like this, so if you ended up watching this all the way, thank you so much, because I'm a tiny little channel and I'm doing this because I like it. Not necessarily to make money, because it's going to be really hard to do that with the the way that YouTube is going. But if you do like what I do, let me know by giving that little like button a press. If you like the video, subscribe for more content related to technology, short films, music, and did I say vlogs? And if you like gaming, mobile gaming, Xbox gaming, PC gaming, check out Induction Games. Doing a lot of stuff over there. I hope you have a good day, night, life, or whatever, and I am thirsty.